Hello, my HCG family. So I bet you guys think that I must have dropped off the face of the earth or something. I have not been on here in at least a month. It's been forever. And my only excuse is that once I left Oregon, which I'm back at my mom's house right now, which is where I started doing all my YouTube videos. Once I left here and I got back down to Alaska, our internet connection, no matter what town I've been in, has been so horrible that we cannot get our videos to upload. And so we tried and tried, both Oscar and I have tried several times, and it just doesn't work. So really frustrating, because now I'm completely out of the loop. I haven't got to update you guys in forever. So here's my update. As of today, I am in P4, and I have been in P4 for over a week now, and P3 went extremely well. I completely maintained with no problems whatsoever, and I am with P4 right now. I am maintaining absolutely beautifully. Actually, I'm able to even introduce back in starches and some of the sugars, and honestly, I don't think that there's anything that I haven't tried. I've done fried foods, I've done ice cream, I had one soda. I've kind of been just avoiding that. I don't want to get back into bad habits, and really don't have any desire. I did go to the movies with my kids the other day, and they wanted a soda pop, so I had some of theirs, but other than that, I'm kind of avoiding sugar in beverages. So but completely maintaining in I think like 163-ish was my 163, 160, high 162s was where I ended with P2. And I've had to do I've done 2 steak days, but I didn't gain the full 2 pounds. I was just getting close enough that I didn't want to reach that point, so I went ahead and did it anyways. And my experience with that was, on my first one, I did the steak day and actually had steak. And then I had read where everybody said that there was a lot of people that had said that you could do just any kind of protein and it would work just as well. So I tried doing it with chicken. I ate like 2 chicken breasts, and then had my apple, and I lost like less. I think I lost like 0.9 of a pound that day or something, instead of like, I think I lost over 2. I think I lost like 2.8 when I did my actual steak day. So I found that interesting. So if I do any protein / steak days in the future, I will definitely be doing steak only. But like I said, I've been maintaining with no problems. I can eat pretty much anything that I want. I haven't integrated back in hardcore exercise again. I'd like to, but I'm still doing my long, crazy work hours. For those of you guys that weren't following my videos up to this point, I just finished a 7-week rotation, and the last 4 weeks were 12-hour days, and so with no days off, 7 days straight, total hell. So by the time I was done, last thing I wanted to do was exercise. So I've just been walking, but crazy enough, I'm continuing to go down in sizes. I went the other day, and see, when I was in Ketchikan, that was just over 3 weeks ago, like 4 weeks ago now, and that was during the phase 2. I had gotten down to a size 11, 12 in my jeans, which was down from a size 16, and I was thrilled about that. And then the other day I went shopping and tried on several different pairs of pants, and size 10 is my new size, so, which is great, because that's where I used to be, but ironically that's where I used to be 10 pounds less than where I am right now. So definitely my body shape is different now than it was then, which I had read or watched videos where other people had the same experience. So you know, whatever, that's great. I love being in that size. Let's see, so at this point what I'm planning on doing is I'm like maybe 12 pounds from my goal weight. I originally had the goal of being like 155, and I thought that would be a good spot for me to maintain. but I'm only 7 or 8 pounds away from that. And so since then, my goal has changed to where I'd like to be closer to like the 150 mark. So I think that when I finish this vacation in Oregon, which is, I go back to work in 6 more days, and I'll be back on my 12-hour days. At some point in there, I'm not sure exactly when, but I'll go do a short round 2, just to get to that final goal. And but I'm not sure if I'm going to start it like in a week from now, or if I'll let myself be in P4 for a little bit longer. I'd kind of like to stay in P4 for a minimum of 3 weeks. But we'll see how it goes. I am actually not dreading going back into P2 and eating the low-cal stuff and being on a good regiment. Right now I find that in P4 I end up starting into some of those bad habits of not eating throughout the day, and then I'm eating later at night, which when I was on P2 and even P3 I never ate late at night, and so now I'm kind of getting into some of those bad habits again, which I'm trying not to do. But anyhow, the one interesting thing that I wanted to share with you guys, let's see, I'm at 6 minutes now, let's see if I can wrap this up, is that I ended up 5 weeks ago during my HCG injections. I was doing sublingual or injections depending on what I had on me at the time, or if I was traveling. And when I was working in Ketchikan, Alaska, I started getting this funky sensation in my head where it's really isolated in the right side of my head, and the only way I can describe it is that I get a burning sensation, and it's just right here, right there in my head, and it'll kind of radiate sometimes behind my right eye. And every once in a while I get this weird tingling sensation in the right side of my face, kind of like the very end of when your Novocaine is wearing off. And then associated with that, I was having a couple of times I had some really bad dizzy spells where I would just feel really lightheaded, like up in the clouds for, like even hours at a time. Like when you're catching a head cold or something, you just feel weird. And then it got worse, and I had these really dizzy spells where I felt like I was gonna actually pass out. So it went away for a couple weeks, and then it had just come back. So while I'm on my vacation here in Oregon again, I got to spend the whole day in the emergency room having an MRI, an EKG. They even did a blood test on me, and I have some tumors in my thyroid that are perfectly fine. They haven't been growing or anything, and so they tested my thyroid levels to see if anything there was going haywire, because bad thyroid can cause hot sensations or cold sensations, and absolutely found nothing. The good news is that it wasn't something like a brain aneurysm or a tumor in my head. Frustrating thing is that right now at this moment I'm having that burning sensation, and we have no idea what it is. So it was kind of that my doctor had asked me if I was taking anything when I was on the diet, and I told him HCG, and he had never even heard of that. So, which I told him that in the time to come that I'm sure that he'll be having more patients that, or be more aware of people that are taking HCG, since it seems to be spreading rapidly. So anyways, that was just kind of a funky thing that had happened recently, but absolutely don't think that it was HCG related. At this point, I'm kind of thinking maybe I have a pinched nerve somewhere, maybe my neck is out of alignment. Who knows? I read online where people can get a root canal can go bad, and it can kind of do crazy things like that too. So in the meantime, the doctors say that I just need to wait it out and see if I get any more symptoms. So anyhow, that's kind of a weird thing that I'm dealing with. But other than that, all is good, and I hope to be able to do a couple more videos for you guys while I'm here in Oregon and in the world of actually having decent internet connections. So I hope that you guys are all doing fantastic and having wonderful weight losses and enjoying your summer, and I will try and update you guys again soon.